Hello there. Thank you so much for joining us. This is News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Let's take a look at our top headlines today. Research often helps with decision making, but what if decision makers say they don't trust certain researchers or their findings? Well, that question coming to a head for the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the Department of Health and Human Services. Amy Kiley has more.
I am saying we got to get to the truth.
This could be a key moment for trust in government. Today's monthly jobs report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics is the first since President Donald Trump fired the former BLS chief. He accuses her without evidence of worsening the previous jobs numbers for political reasons. Now it's still unclear if he'll accept future BLS reports if he doesn't like what they show.
Can you commit to saying the data will be credible?
The number, I don't know.
The commissioner's termination puts a spotlight on the Bureau's credibility. Whether it hurts or helps it is a matter of debate.
The idea that somebody might lose their job because of a bad number is a very, very poor way to manage the government.
I do believe that the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics has deteriorated in quality and reliability over the decades.
Meanwhile, fallout continues after the Health and Human Services Secretary testified before a Senate committee yesterday. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. defends his moves to limit vaccine access and fire the CDC director.
We are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at the CDC.
His sense that he knows better than the scientists, that he's a better doctor than the doctors. That is literally killing our people in real time.
Amy Kiley reporting, News Channel Nebraska.
So what about that latest Bureau of Labor Statistics report? Well, according to data released Friday, the economy added just 22,000 jobs last month. Economists were expecting the economy to add more than 76,000. In addition, the data shows unemployment rose to its highest level in nearly 4 years, from 4.2 to 4.3%. The data together could be an indication the U.S. labor market is getting a bit stagnant. Friday's data released the first under the new leader at the Bureau. President Donald Trump, of course, fired the previous BLS chief for releasing data in July he described as a scam. 73,000 jobs were added that month. Closer to home, a proposed wind farm in the Nebraska Sandhills has hit another roadblock. Thursday, the Cherry County Board of Adjustment upheld the zoning administrator's findings that BSH Kilgore's conditional use permit has expired and that several conditions tied to the project have not been met. Casey Wannenberg has more.
There were moments of tense discussion here as the Cherry County Board of Adjustment met for 3 hours trying to decide if they should uphold the Cherry County zoning administrator's findings.
We can't afford this.
After hearing from both supporters and opponents of the project, the board voted 3-2 to uphold the decision. A key question was whether BSH Kilgore needed to complete the wind farm by October 15, 2024, or simply begin construction by that date. The majority of board members agreed the project was supposed to be finished. BSH Kilgore's attorney argued that lawsuits filed against the project extended the deadline.
And it provides that however many months and years the permit was in litigation need to be added on to the development deadlines. We had no choice. We couldn't build the project during the pendency of the appeals. Nebraska law is very clear. If you build during the pendency of an appeal, you do so at your own risk. If you lose, you have to tear down what you built.
Opponents countered that while so-called equitable tolling may apply in other states, it does not in Nebraska. They also argued that other conditions were never met.
There was no contract or training with the local fire departments, no irrevocable letter that had to have been approved by our commissioners.
Another condition stated that all requirements had to be completed and approved by the Cherry County Board of Commissioners before construction began.
We informed them that the conditions were satisfied and we would proceed with construction.
News Channel Nebraska was at that meeting last fall when BSH Kilgore updated the project. Since the agenda item was only an update, no action was taken. But 2 of the 3 commissioners were very clear that they believed the permit was expiring.
I feel very strongly you do not have a permit come October 15th.
It's mute because you do not have a permit as of Tuesday.
So the question many of you have may be, what is next for the wind farm? Well, it could be the end for the proposal, or the company could appeal to the Cherry County District Court. In Valentine, Casey Wannenberg, News Channel, Nebraska.
From one rural natural resource debate to another, a plan to install municipal wells on a private property in Jefferson County sparking concern from other citizens in southeast Nebraska. Tim Hackett tells us more.
Expecting a large crowd like there was for the initial planning and zoning discussion last month, the Jefferson County Commissioners hosted a public hearing in the county courtroom this week, where many county citizens voiced their concerns over the Little Blue Natural Resource District's plans to build 2 municipal wells and a pump station on a private property near Alexandria. The wells in question would be built on a farm owned by Bill and Mary Glenn, who said that sacrificing a potential source of irrigation for their farm is their way of giving back to the community.
We had 2 choices. We could do nothing and only keep water access for ourselves, and then later we regret that we didn't share when we had plenty. Or we work with the larger community, which is what we chose to do.
About a half dozen people voiced their opposition to these plans Tuesday, raising concerns about the quality and availability of the water at this location and the impact the drilling of new wells would have on the quantity of the water available to others in the nearby area.
This is one person or entity violating Nebraska statutes that are affecting another person's well. This is a taking. This is a taking of water from another person's well.
On the flip side, Little Blue's leadership cited a study that concluded that this project would not have a significant impact on the existing wells around it.
And I don't care if it's a Mill or Big Blue. If they need water, that's just an essential need that we should provide as a government entity. And forget about this political boundary stuff.
Ultimately, the commissioners voted 2-1 to approve all 3 proposals.
We've had many planning and zoning meetings to upgrade our regs, and only a few of the people here that have attended these meetings. And so these are the regs that we have to consider. These are the regs that we have to vote upon.
Despite the results of the hearing here this week, opponents of the proposal told me they still feel confident that they have further recourse. Later this year, they expect to hear the results of a lawsuit that's already been filed at the state level. In Jefferson County, Tim Hackett, News Channel, Nebraska.
To the courtroom, we're in a reversal of a lower court's ruling. The mother of an 11-year-old boy missing for 4 years now can sue the school district he wandered away from. The Nebraska Supreme Court overturned a ruling Friday in the case of 11-year-old Ryan Larson. The 6th grade special needs child vanished after walking away from LaVista West Elementary School in May of 2021. Larson's mother, Emily, sued the Papillion LaVista School District last year, arguing the school was negligent in its supervision of Ryan by allowing him to leave that day. But the case was dismissed by a Sarpy County District judge, saying they lacked jurisdiction on the subject because of a separate federal lawsuit that was also dismissed. But the state high court disagreed, overturning the district court's judgment and sending it back to Sarpy County for further proceedings. University of Nebraska President Dr. Jeff Gold delivered his State of the University address on Thursday, marking 1 year since he took the position. In his speech, Gold outlined some of the current financial challenges the NU system faces. Gold said investment in research and higher education overall has been tightened, both statewide and nationally, and that's increased the competition for funds. As a result, all 4 NU campuses making cuts totaling about $44 million. Gold says as cuts are made and some programs are eliminated, his goal is that students and faculty are still taken care of.
We are not going to waver from the quality of our programs. The value of a diploma from the University of Nebraska, the value of our brand, the value of the shield of the University of Nebraska has got to continue to grow in quality and reputation.
The NU system's current fall enrollment numbers projected to be about the same as last year. Gold says the university is working to support more credit-sharing program agreements with community colleges, as well as create more online degree programs and emphasize individual supports to ensure each student can finish their degree. Nebraska's military department and the city of Norfolk launching a community partnership aimed at improving emergency response. An agreement signed by the Nebraska National Guard Adjutant General Major General Craig Strong and Norfolk Mayor Shane Clausen. Clausen emphasized the importance of the partnership for Norfolk citizens.
This allows a partnership between our military armed services here in the state of Nebraska and the city of Norfolk in a community development type way. But it also reaffirms their commitment to the city on base of an emergency situation. So it's just a great partnership, and I look forward to seeing it grow.
Norfolk now the 9th city to join the Community Partnership Program. It's an initiative designed to strengthen communities by fostering relationships and enhancing readiness for emergency responses. And finally, you need a break from all the screens in your life this weekend, hopefully not too far away from NCN. But whether it's a phone, computer, or TV, a Central Nebraska nonprofit hosting a day full of outdoor activities to reconnect people to what nature has to offer. For just the second year, this Saturday, Prairie Loft Outdoor Education Center in Hastings is hosting a digital detox day. Everyone invited to come out, leave behind their phones and other screens, and enjoy some outdoor activities. That includes a walkathon, a bike ride, outdoor games, live music, even yoga. A new study shows kids ages 8 to 14 are in front of a screen for 6 to 9 hours a day. That's one of the main reasons behind Prairie Loft executives organizing the event.
We're often interacting with the world down like this, and so it'll create that opportunity to set the phones down, look up and look at one another and just realize what a beautiful community we have and what it feels like to interact without the device in hand. And
Digital Detox Day at the Prairie Loft Center, free, open to all ages. Pre-registration is required for some of the events. You can find a link to do so in this article at our website. The festivities run from 9 to 3 on Saturday. And you can stay up to date with the very latest by following us online. Head to newschannelnebraska.com. Click on the news tab there. You can also follow us on X, like us on Facebook and Instagram as well, after you've gone outside, of course. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend. This is News Channel Nebraska.